full disclaimer before I review this movie. I love Spider-Man. He is one of, if not my favorite character. In fact, I'm such a sad fan of Spider-Man that, there you go. I have him on my arm and have had him on my arm for, oh crap, about half my life now. So yes, I love me some Spider-Man. This is going to sound a bit biased, but here we go. Spider-Man, No Way Home. It's directed by John Watts and written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. And it stars Tom Holland, Zendaya, Benedict Cumberbatch, and lots of others. Of course, Miss Marissa Tomei, and pretty much a lot of the characters that you've seen in the first two movies. This is going to be tough for me to review because I don't want to spoil anything. But I just want to say that when I'm reading Spider-Man comics, the thing is, they don't have to be, this is going to sound like a really bad pun, amazing or spectacular. They don't even have to be sensational. They could just be an average Spider-Man comic. If it's half decent, I'll probably enjoy it because I just love Spider-Man so much. So that's kind of my vibe with coming into this movie. Haven't been a fan of the last few Marvel movies. And because they haven't felt like Marvel movies to me, they felt a bit like Disney movies, especially Shang-Chi. So I was like, is this going to feel like a Disney movie or is this going to feel like a Marvel movie? And it feels like a freaking Spider-Man movie. It feels like I'm watching a Spider-Man movie, enjoying Spider-Man. This is his world, his universe. Yes. With a bit of MCU elements in there as well. But, yeah. I just had a big smile on my face for a lot of it. Some of it, I'm a grown-ass man. I had tears in my eyes a couple times watching this movie. Just the really good character moments in this film, really good. Action, really, it's just, see, I don't want to spoil anything. It's just, all right, this movie's good, go see it. I will say, like, the best performance in this movie for me, by far, is Willem Dafoe. I won't go too much into his involvement in the movie, but wow. Yeah, they nailed it. And Willem Dafoe is a freaking treasure. He took this movie from being pretty solid and it went kind of epic with him. So yeah. The gist is, I don't even want to tell you the gist. You've got to just go into this. This is the worst review I've ever done, isn't it? What's it about? Spider-Man's in it. Who's in it? I can't even tell you who's in this movie fully. You know, there's so much I can't do. But I just want to say this felt like a Spider-Man story. Willem Dafoe was my favorite part of the movie, but there's many parts that I loved. Now, just to get a bit nitpicky, there's one personal character I don't like, and I haven't liked this character in all three movies because I feel like he's out of place in these Spider-Man movies. Like, I've read decades of these books, I guess, so I'm a big sad fan here, but Ned Leeds, the best friend, I don't like him. He feels out of place. You could just leave him out and the movie probably wouldn't change too much. I don't like that kind of best friend thing. It feels too much Arrow-ish, I guess. Like, you've got to have that unit to help him in the back as backup and stuff. And just, like, I don't like him. He's that comedic effect that they have to have in all of these movies. Like Awkwafina's role in Shang-Chi and things like that. You know, these movies all going to have that character. That's my nitpick. I am going to do something, though. I'm going to do some light spoilers, and that's only after I tear this up and throw it away. Fair warning. So, you know, there you go. I've let the cat out of the bag. This is an 8 out of 10. Yeah. I don't know how much my bias comes into that, but I thought at least a 7. So yeah, it's an 8. It's pretty epic. It's 2.5 hours. Usually that's enough for me to go, oh fuck, this was good, but they should have trimmed 40 minutes. I did not feel the 2.5 hours. I didn't feel it. For me, this was just like a non-stop roller coaster, and I kind of didn't want it to end, which is what you want with your superhero movies, isn't it? Especially when it's your favorite superhero. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I'm going to tear this up. Just mention a light spoiler, or 2, or 3. But here we go. Time to avoid is right now. Alright, another reason I love this movie, gap here, this is spoiler territory. Major reason I love this movie is I'm a Doctor Who fan. You're like, this has got nothing to do with each other. It does. You'll see why. When I was a little boy, I remember my mind being blown watching the Three Doctors and the Five Doctors. I think I saw the Five Doctors first, but I got a big thrill watching the incarnations of the Doctor all interacting with each other. And it is an absolute joy and a pleasure to watch Toby, Andrew, and Tom interact. It is an absolute blissful joy that I absolutely adored. And it was a big part of the movie for me. I cried. There's one part I cry, and you'll know it when you come up to it. Don't even need to spoil that. I just wanted to mention that one thing, that this gave me that kind of feeling with the Spider-Man movie. Now, it's not as good as Into the Spider-Verse. What is? Like, seriously? But it's close. Kind of close. Of course, stay after the credits and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much my review. It's very, yeah, bare. I don't usually do these kind of bare reviews. I like to put a bit of meat in them and talk about the story a bit. It's really hard when the movie's just new and you've even got like, I've never seen this before. Maybe other people have, but I don't know, maybe I haven't been paying attention, but this is one of the first times I've walked into a movie and there's a screen before the movie starts and right after the credits roll that says Spider-Man No Way Home. Just remember everyone, no spoilers. Like, wow, okay, wow. Everyone takes these to heart, so yeah, if you didn't see this half, hopefully you saw it after you saw the movie. But yeah, go see Spider-Man No Way Home. Highly recommended. Made me, big time Spider-Man fan, really happy. And when it comes to stream or even Blu-ray or something, I'll watch it again. So yeah.